guess, Coach, where do you feel you're at? You know, the program, is it about where you thought you would be, or a little bit ahead, a little bit behind, or since you're taking over, you've never done that before? Just what about that?
Yeah, I feel the team has come a really long way this year to go from two separate programs to a combined program and all the nuance that goes with that. I even think of the basics, like a team cheer. They never done that together. So we've done a lot of forming this year and understanding what that culture looks like together, and also reestablishing what our goals are and how we achieve those alongside each other. So I feel really proud of where they're at. I think that they're extremely physically prepared for the challenge of SECs and NCAAs coming up. I think mentally they're very much invested in everything that we've gone through this year as a team. The challenges that we faced at meets and the challenges that they faced in adaptation to new training and new coaches and to a completely different way of going about it. So I think, for us, this will be a good test. SECs together, what will look different, what will be the same, who do we present ourselves as, and, really going out there and swimming as well as we possibly can to put as many points up on the board for A&M as we can.
Just how good do you feel like Blaire Anderson continues to be? Obviously, your first season with him. And he's been a standout since he was a freshman. Just what have you seen from him and kind of his maturity throughout the season?
Yeah, Blaire is one of those people that you wonder when he's going to get tired. Training Blaire is a lot of fun. He has a lot of versatility and range. He's speedy and has endurance. So it's kind of the dream of a coach to train somebody that can do all things really, really well. So I don't know what his ceiling is, and I don't think that he's met it at all. And I'm excited to see the things that we've carried out in his training to see how they come through in a rested meet. I think he is a captain for us this year, so he's been challenged to a new leadership role. So I think that ownership and ability to be even more invested into his team is going to heighten his performance. But yeah, I think he wants to be the best. He put himself on a USA World Championship team. He wants to make the Olympics. I think he's got really lofty goals. And, as a coaching staff, if we're not challenging him to get better each and every day, both mentally and physically, then, we're not doing our jobs well. So I think he's going to bring a lot to the table this year and in the future.
What has the mindset been, or maybe the preparation been like with SECs right around the corner?
Mm-hmm. I think, for us, our last dual meet was against Texas. And the message to the team going in was like, we as a program want to continue to race the best programs in the country. It is helping us refine our skills and prepare ourselves for SECs. Because when you go to an SEC championship, you have 5 full days of prelims and finals. And if you don't show up in the morning, then you don't get the opportunity to race for your university in the evening. So our mindset has been that we are attacking the mornings like they're the only swim that we have, because that might be the only swim that you get. The conference is obviously getting deeper with Texas coming in, so we've got to rise to that occasion and put ourselves in good footing in the mornings. So the mindset is definitely storming prelims.
So moving forward, where do you think the program to go ahead and move forward, get a little closer to, you mentioned somebody like Texas or whatever? You're just getting your feet wet, so to speak, in swimming. So what do you have to do to close that gap?
I think you obviously want to look at your current roster and look at their development, but recruiting plays a really big role in this. So making sure that we're recruiting the top athletes in the country as they come through each year's recruiting cycle, that plays a really big piece of this. They're the bloodline of the team, and obviously, we want to attract athletes that want to be the best, right? So we have to put ourselves as a program now in a position to say, hey, look what we've done. Look at our progress. See what we're doing. So it's a combination of both of those things. I will say, listening to the interview before here, talking about the hunted versus the hunter, I do firmly believe that the chase is a lot of fun. And, I've been on that side before, chasing down national championships, and the process is a lot of fun. You got to enjoy it along the way. You have to challenge yourself along the way. You have to invite good company into that with yourself so that your culture is strong and, your identity of a team as a team is evident. So, yeah, I think recruiting plays a big role, development, and then obviously having a coaching staff that's bought into that vision as well is extremely important. And thankfully, I've got some really cool people to work with.
Obviously, you always want to win, but are there any specific goals that you look at going into SECs to prepare them ahead of NCAAs?
Absolutely. So beginning of the year, the team sits down and talks through those goals and then obviously kind of goes through that process with the coaches as well. The men and women definitely want to both be placing in the top 4 at SECs. That is an overall team goal. But, as coaches new to this program, our hope was that we're looking even further past SECs. What does that look like on the NCAA level? And neither one of the teams has broken into the top 10 in the past several years. So both men's and women's teams are looking to break into the top 10 NCAAs. And I do believe it's possible, 100%. SECs is a lot about depth. For swimming, they score through A, B, and C finals. So the depth of your team is really important. NCAAs is a little bit different. You could have extremely high top-end talent, and if you're putting relays in A finals and individuals in an A final or B final, you might just break in the top 10 purely off of that. So, we definitely have to have them rested and tapered in the correct way to make those gains, but I definitely think they're possible.